Tonight on The Why, the final piece of our conversation this month with a dreamer who will be personally impacted when the DACA program ends in March. DACA allows these young immigrants to live and work in the U.S. legally, despite being brought to the country illegally as children. Catalina Velasquez is a young trans woman living in D.C. whose family was all deported back to Colombia. She's covered by DACA, and she's trying to change the way Americans see dreamers and the immigration system. Tonight, we talk about the melting pot that is America and how we all benefit. We all better ourselves from knowing more people, learning about other people's lives, hearing more ideas. Catalina shared hers with us.
The ignorance that goes even with people that are born and raised here, and their lack of understanding of their own immigration legal system leads to further demonization and tough conversations that are not yielding positive results because they're segregating groups of people. They're giving the aperture for a nationalist, white movement, male-centered movement to rise and to occupy space based on falsity, based on lies of their own and lack of understanding of their own immigration system, legal system. The myth that DACA is somehow amnesty. It's not amnesty when my entire family got deported. Do people understand the concept of amnesty? Amnesty means that it gives like all sorts of access to safety nets. I mentioned we don't have access to food stamps.
I think for most Americans encounter people who are so different, maybe in background or in thought from you or experience than you, then you just never even think about it.
Right.
And that's so much easier to not even think about it, but it's not what is going to make us better.
Or safer, because I do think that people need to start connecting immigration to other elements within society. Negating access to the police, to law enforcement, to immigrants will make our streets less safe.
Because they can't call.
Because we can't participate in denouncing crime, in reporting suspicious activity, in elements that make societies and cities safe. Not to mention it has vast repercussions on, children's mental health. If their best friends are getting deported and like all of a sudden are acting from a place of trauma, right? I think that we don't live in a silo and we're so much more integrated than we're given credit for, right? Because we interact with people of all backgrounds all the time, that it really does shake people. But the people that will be most affected by current vitriolic immigration narratives are citizens of color. The fact that in this society, every identity except for like Anglo-white demographics, their American identity is hyphenated. And the way we like profile to enforce immigration laws is based on phenotype. So people's living standards, despite being citizens or permanent residents, will diminish. If you are a black person in this society, people were gonna think immigrant. They never will see you as a full citizen. If you are someone that has darker complexion in terms of, or an accent, people will immediately default immigrant and the suspicions that come from it. Therefore, I do think immigration is a citizen concern because we're seeing the profiling of immigrants is just leading to more citizens being bothered by law enforcement in ways that they shouldn't, that their constitutional rights should protect them from.
It's many, many types of people.
It's people from all over the world, from all sexualities, from all genders, from all socioeconomic statuses, from all abilities. We have a lot of people who are people with disabilities. I think that the intersections of the immigrants, the almost 1 million people that benefited from Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, and the many more that will benefit from a Clean Dream Act, speak to the diversity and the talent that this country attracts. No matter from what angle we tackle things, because we are more than a production unit and more than the benefit that I provide to U.S. citizens. I'm still a human and I don't need a blue passport to demonstrate that. But something that is very true is that in every school, in every space that I have interacted, I interact with people of all immigration statuses, whether they're citizens or not. Because I do believe we're a nation of immigrants.
Again, here on The Why, we thought it was important to include a diversity of opinion and thought. Catalina Velasquez has been sharing hers with us this week. DACA expires on March 5th.